Ideally, we'd like to test everybody on campus once a week. Probably realistically, it'll be about half of campus each week, which will be about 1,500 to 2,000 tests a day. We run that as what's called a surveillance program on saliva samples. And if it's a 1% infection rate, then we'd expect to see about 15 cases a day. And then in parallel, we'll run what's called a diagnostic program to identify the infected individuals so that we can isolate those cases and remove them from circulation on campus.
Testing is available to the Georgia Tech community. We ask for asymptomatic folks to come only. They go onto the website, they would register with some basic information, and then after that you would report to a testing site. Unlike what's been going on in most COVID-19 testing for the last several months, which involves pretty invasive swabbing, this is a saliva-based approach. So we've actually developed here at Georgia Tech this test. So what happens when you walk up to the collection point? There'll be a collector there. That person will be in protective gear. You'll be given a kit. Inside the bag will be several contents. There'll be a small cup and a lid for the collection of the saliva. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's much better than the swab-based approach. The collector will be there to give you advice in terms of, yeah, I think you have enough. You'll take the syringe, then pipette the saliva out of the cup into a small tube until you reach a line on the tube. Put the lid on tight, you take the tube, you place it in a biological safety bag, take all of your contents that you've used and dispose of them, and then you'll take your bag with your test sample to a collection bin, and then that'll go off to the lab for analysis. On average, it's going to be about a 48-hour time after test turnaround.
So this testing program, I think, is going to make sure that we can stay open. It's going to make sure that everybody's health is protected, so students' health, staff's health, faculty's health. And it's also going to have a really big impact, I think, on showing what we can do as a community when we come together.
We think it's pretty unprecedented. The process that we're using, the science that we're applying to it, the establishment of the laboratory, it's why we all love Georgia Tech.